Rise and shine, beautiful souls. All right, check this out. I saw this post came across my timeline, this rise, right? Great post. Woke me up this rise. Love when I see content like this. Vanessa R. Brooks says, I'm talking to me, y'all. I love it. She's absolutely right, family. Education is no different than religion, and this is why the most educated people can be brainwashed by religion. It's the same formula. We just call it by different names. You think about this, family. We got them both because they were taught to us. And if it wasn't taught to you, you went and learned or studied it somewhere else, and it had to already be established before you learned and studied it, meaning it's something that you learn to remember, to regurgitate. You understand? It's not something that you actually discovered within your own self. So the same way religion separates you from your truest self or truest high power or what we call God, is the same way education separates you from your natural self or from the natural world. You can't tell you anything, people can't tell you anything about their God without using religion to explain it. All their things spiritual, they have to go to a book to tell you about it, right? It's the same way with education. They can't tell you the time on the clock or where they are in the world without education. So we're disconnected from earth. We're disconnected from what we call God, okay? So we have been domesticated through what we're being taught, which is religion and education, all right? So where are we going to get this? I said it's the same formula. Institutions. Early in life, we're taught in schools, education, and we're taught in church or church-like institutions, religion. That's regardless of where you're from or whatever you believe in, the temple, the mosque, the church. It's something that's taught to you, okay? Now, spirituality is a little bit different. It's a lot different. It's your expression of what you interpret from the world. You understand? Or how you see the world. It's kind of like, it's not something that someone can tell you how to do or how to think, whereas religion is controlled, tells you what to do and what to think. So it's kind of like, imagine someone told you, okay, this is an apple. Now that's education. Now imagine you said this apple tastes good or bad. Now imagine people told you, no, that you should like that apple. Now they're telling you what it should taste like. So whenever you eat something, when you take something into yourself, only you can express what that tastes like or experience is for you, right? So in that way, you are absolutely unique. No one is like you. No one would experience the world like you. So actually, no one would experience what we call God like you would. You understand? Even if God is the same, you would experience it different. Even though an apple is the same, people are going to experience it differently. So you are your only truest expression or understanding of the world. Whenever you rely on other people's understanding of the world, this is when we can become lost. So we can find a lot of information and things that challenge us, but you cannot let anything separate you from yourself. And that's what education and religion has done. So you got to be willing to go back inside of yourself. So you got to be able to go back inside of yourself and ask those difficult questions. And don't run to an outside source necessarily to provide that answer. We've done too much of that. This is how we become lost. You understand? Sentiment becomes the reason we hold on to all these different beliefs and things like that. But truthfully, without those beliefs, we don't know who we are. And that's why we're holding on to them. You understand? What I like to do is I like to study nature unbiasedly. I like to look at how nature performs. I study humanity more so than I study the teachings of humanity. So I like to see how what we call humans act. And I believe that we have been domesticated through institutions, okay, through our diets, through what we accept as true without challenging it. We have become domesticated, and that means that we can be easily controlled by those who created the institutions. You understand now? A lot of you guys may say, well, that's just crazy. I want to believe in the world that I'm in. I want to believe that everything is right and true. That's okay. And you can choose to do that. You understand? But for many of us who have chose to rethink what we have been taught, we have found out that what we've been taught wasn't true. You understand? And it's not even hard to uncover some of the lies that we have been really taught, like specifically taught to believe. And you have to ask yourself, why were you taught to believe that? So for all of you guys who say, well, are you telling me religion is a bad thing? I don't know, but I'll tell you this. If what you believe is God isn't true, then you tell me if it's okay, or you tell me what the world looks like. Is it one big hoax that you see all of these churches, temples, mosques with all of this gold and beautiful lights that adorn them, right? Statues and, I mean, honestly, in areas where the homeless right there where they live, all the monies that's given to these places, and they believe that a God is going to give it back to them. If it's not true, family, do you believe it's okay that these preachers and pastors and all these type of people are teaching this type of stuff, and they literally have control over the way people think and live. All right. If education is a hoax, or if you ask me, okay, so you saying schools are bad? Well, I don't know, but I can tell you this, family. A lot of what we're being taught in schools is contributing to the world that we go out and create every single day. And a lot of what we're creating every single day is counterproductive to the way we as humanity should be evolving. It's actually creating a breakdown of our humanity. Okay? So us having all this knowledge up here on things that gets us better jobs and careers inside of the machine world, the matrix, they're not actually making us evolve, because we're losing all the things that helps us survive in the natural world. Call it education, call it great if you want to, but I say balance is key. And all of your understanding, don't ever forget who you truly are and how to survive in this world. But that's it, family. Peace, y'all.